Now to the cost crisis at the University of Nairobi. And the giant institution is now at a crossroad over a move to increase fees. Whereas the top management insists that there was wide consultations, the students have instead vowed to vehemently oppose the new fees regime. The management is seeking ways of keeping the cash-strapped institution afloat, insisting that the changes in the fee structure will mainly affect self-sponsored students. And as Lagat now reports, the fees in some of the key courses have more than doubled.
The University of Nairobi is at the center of a row over fee increment, among other sweeping reforms, which the institution top management says are geared at ensuring efficiency and ending duplicity of roles at the institution. The decision to increase fees has, however, been met by protests from students who say such a move will make the cost of education almost unbearable.
We have seen the administration, they are forcing the issues on the students, not only on the students, even the lecturers. So we are not opposing the fees because it is affecting us. We are opposing the fees for the future generation and for our siblings, for our parents and for the entire nation.
If they are not going to reduce school fees, not increase, because actually we are all facing very hard economic times. Now if they are not likely to reduce or keep it as it is, then we are going to the streets.
Self-sponsored students pursuing medicine and surgery will have to part with 3.9 million shillings, up from 2.8 million shillings, payable over 6 years of study. This represents an increase of 1.1 million shillings, an equivalent of 39.2% increase. Engineering students, on the other hand, will have to pay 2 million shillings compared to the initial 912,500 for a 5-year course, an increment of 1.08 million shillings or 119%. Aspiring lawyers in the institution are not spared either. An undergraduate degree will cost 1 million shillings, up from 716,000, which represents an increase of 284,000 shillings or 40%. A master's degree in communication at the School of Journalism will cost 655,000 shillings compared to 274,000 before the changes. This represents a whopping 139% increment. For one to earn a master's degree in business administration MBA, they will have to part with 600,000 shillings, up from 351,000. This represents an upward increase of 249,000 shillings, or an equivalent of 70%.
Not really for the continuing student, even for the student who are going to come. Yeah. It's really hard for them. It will discourage them, even for someone to come and do the same course.
Even if they've decided to increase the fees for masters and we're not affected yet now, we're going to still come back and do our masters, come back and do our postgraduate.
We have engaged staff for a long time.
The university's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Stephen Kiama, while defending the hard-hitting reforms and restructuring other institutions during an interview on Citizen TV's Monday Report, said the changes are pivotal in ensuring that the University of Nairobi overcomes the shackles of debt and retains its standing in offering quality education and training. The reforms at the University of Nairobi, particularly fee increment, has caused friction between the management and the students. The students say high cost of education will have far-reaching ramifications, especially in a shrinking job market. Lagat, Citizen TV, Nairobi.